Hi, this is Christelle Martinette, and this is a reading for the new moon on the 2nd of August. I have peridot here. I think I may have mentioned it. I get this fun feeling, not a devil-may-care attitude, but a sort of lighten, a little more lightheartedness in our step, in our gait. There's a bit more relaxation in this new moon, and it's quite interesting to see because there's not, we're not falling apart and laughing, going crazy, of course not, no, but we are structured, very, very, very structured. We still have our everyday life. We still have our responsibilities. We still do our 9 to 5, 10 to 10, whatever it is that we do. But there's such a freedom. It's as if we have a liberation from the structure. It is the structure that liberates us in some odd way. And the more structured we are, the more freedom I see. We walk hand in hand with a sort of knowledge that there's something close to us. Okay, we get that. We get that impression. We understand that we're not alone. We get the impression that we're flanked by people similar to us, and the energy is there of unity, There's a part, though, and it's not right in the middle, it's sort of on the side. And I remember the last time I scryed with you, the session mentioned something about putting it on a shelf, putting it on the side, putting it on a shelf. But here I see that it's in a place not better defined. What's there? What's hidden? What's in a place not better defined? What we choose not to deal with presently, we need time to keep it aside. And so we decide to take it. We just take this little thing and put it somewhere so we don't see it, we don't think of it, we don't believe it, we don't, it doesn't take up our energy. And that works. It works, and it's working on the full moon. The full moon. I keep saying full moon, sorry. The new moon on August the 2nd. It works for us. And we're able to have that feeling, that sensation of being lighthearted. And there's a completely new dimension that's coming in for us. There's a completely new reality that we're not aware of. A reality that we're not able to conceive, that we're not able to even structure. And so we're using our structure to feel free. But there's something in store for us that goes a little beyond our descriptive abilities. And what I am getting here is as if, all right, we're not going to be able to prepare for it, but those of us who have ease in embracing change, those of us who thrive on novelties and change of heart and constantly, the adventure, some people of us, the most adventure, some, we'll have a field day this new moon, August 2nd, because we'll be challenged in our very ability to face something that we're not expecting. And I, for one, I can say that I'm one of the most adventurous people I know. But when I get a challenge from left field that I'm not expecting, I too stop short in my tracks. but I'm still able to dance around those moments, and I'm pretty good on my feet with things coming out of the blue. But what I'm seeing here is something that will be so surprising, this new moon energy, so surprising that in the beginning our first reaction is to laugh, giggle, sort of, giggle, and then say, wow, but now, how do you like that? Did you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Can you imagine that? You know? And so we start to imagine the possibility and the reactions that we have in the short term. And okay, maybe, you know, there's a good, I have 16, not very many, 16% of us have that fear seep in, and it will be a deep-rooted fear. The vast majority, though, seems almost not able to believe in the rapid change, in the unexpected change. So what we see is sort of around us is sort of a context of you yourself will be thinking, well, I don't believe it. You know, I don't literally believe it. You know, and so you sort of move back and forth from person to person, friend to friend, and try to gauge their reactions to things that are happening, that are in your midst, that they are party to, you know, the people around you, to see what their reaction is, so then you will know perhaps in some way, well, I'm not the only one, you know. But what I see is that it will be a surprise, you know, surprise. Surprise, surprise, ladies and gentlemen. This is a surprise. Surprise number one. And like I said, the initial reaction is laughter, as out of shock. This is citrine. Let me take this aquamarine. It's not a shock. It's not the shock that causes us to have this reaction. It is incredulous. You know, we're incredulous in front of something that is so unexpected. But again, I want to highlight it. There's this playful nature, the way you go about. You'll be playful in the, you know, it's as if you're going to think along these lines. Well, can you top this? Are you able to do that? Is it possible to accept even this, you know? So you challenge yourself with the challenge, and you go around and round in the meandering mind that you have until you come up with a way, a solution, a sort of survival kit to face this unexpected challenge. And you come up, yes, okay. And the overall reaction will be, bring it on. Bring it on, I'm ready, I'm ready. And it may just be the proper attitude to take, because I don't believe that that's the last unexpected thing that's going to happen to us. Surely not. I mean, this is life. This is called life that we live in. And there's more where that came from. This is a moonstone. Pietra della Luna in Italian. Pietra della Luna, Pietra della Luna. It's not as nice as moonstone. It doesn't have the same sound. And there's also a desire, an underlying desire to sort of walk in unison with others and hope, well, if they can do it, I can do it. And if you're part of a team or a squadron or a sort of battalion, you can make it because there are others with you. You know, you get that impression. If everybody else can handle it, I can handle it, you know? And this is not the way it's going to work, this new moon, because what is unexpected for you will not be unexpected for me. And I don't think that we can head it off at the pass. I don't think that we can ward off the novelty or the unexpectedness or that shock, you know. me see what this smoky quartz, is it amethyst really that turned into, as they say, they tell me, this smoky quartz. There's a lot to be done these 2 days. I'm saying the new moon, of course, the second, but the days around the new moon, there's a lot to be done, as if you feel you have a job to do. You have things to get done. You have things to attend to. And you almost, that unexpected shock or that unexpected happening, occurrence that came out from left field, will, you're going to try to sort of, stick it into our everyday occurrences in the next upcoming days. But it won't work like that, because that will be over and over. It will emerge in your mind. Wow, I can't believe that happened. Wow, is that amazing? Isn't that great? Wow, how will I come back from this? And dear, it's going to be a challenge rather than an unexpected negative occurrence. I see a bona fide challenge there for you, for us, and and it will, in some way, there's, what I'm seeing is that the phenomenon, the unexpectedness of this happening occurrence, this thing, will be in some way composed, contained, as if in a bubble, where you can control it. There is an initial sense of control. But then, there's that little bit of fear as if, if I don't attend to it now, something's going to happen, you think, And it seems that this is a challenge for us, as if in a drill, the universe is drilling us for some occurrence that is that has far more reaching reactions, is far more challenging for us in future. This is just but a taste of something that is coming up. And in that sense, it would be worth our while to know more of that challenge, and try to see, stand to the challenge, take the drill, see how you work on it, and see what your reaction is. Because what I see is that this is just the beginning of a whirlwind of changes that we are not expecting. Not, like I said, this is not an ominous in nature. This is a change, and all that has, for those of us who have difficulty with change, well, you may have difficulty, but for those of us who love to embrace change, this will be quite a breath of fresh air. And undoubtedly, the watchword here is change. Is change. I'm seeing the color green. The color green is, and it's not the light here, I'm seeing green as in emeralds. Emerald green, the promise of emerald, the promise of emeralds, the promise of that green pasture, that green, it's a hope, it's the message of hope. And back to the aquamarine. Makes me want to say again, who's afraid of the new moon? I'm seeing that it's necessary to go get a partner and say, listen, John, come with me. Spend the new moon with me. I'm a bit afraid. Or, Susan, come on, come over. We'll have a couple of drinks. Spend this new moon with me. Hold my hand through the new moon. get together with other people, have a party for this new moon, a sort of ritualist, a rite of passage. Let's get through this new moon together. There's a shift underway, and we know it. We're feeling it, and all of us who work with spirituality and are psychic, we feel this. And we tend to forget, if it's a matter of our personal life, many of us, and even my colleagues I see when they ask me to read for them, they completely forget what times we're living in and what type of shifts are coming up, no matter, whether they're astrologers or what, and who have been professing and talking about the shifts and Uranus and Mars and all of that. When it comes to their own specific issues, they completely forget that they're talking what they were talking about to the rest of the world. Now, when I'm trying to put into words an energy that is about to hit us, and I'm not going to say hit, because I get that surprised nature, that unexpected nature, and it seems that is the most compelling message that I have to give. It also tells me that I need to say again and again and again, who's afraid of the new moon? This is something you get through hand in hand. This is something you get through side by side. This is something that you enjoy dancing under. This is that new moon that has no light. This is when you turn on the lights and you start dancing. The new moon's energy is the beginning, of birth, of creation, something new. This laughter, this is playfulness now. I'm feeling the playfulness. Playfulness, if you can set aside your fear of change and embrace the change, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that this scrying message was of help for you on August 2nd, the new moon. It was a pleasure for me to be here. Thank you for all of the subscribers that are new to this channel, and thank you all for following me. Namaste. Be back soon again. Bye-bye.